And starting my stream.
How is my efficiency that low? Oh, sorry. I'm on your stream there. It's not the best thing to hear to start with.
Okay, and we're live. So we are starting our flight to a small little airport out in Iowa, I believe. We're going to carry a load of coffee from Midway Airport in Chicago all the way out to that airport and see if we can make us a big load of money because, well, my overhead is $800,000 a month because of this plane. And if I don't have it, and also the loan that I owe our virtual airline, and if I don't have it back, Moondog's gonna have my legs broke.
And take the plane.
And take the plane. So we are gonna go ahead and get started here. Make sure that parking brake's on. Turn on masters. Battery.
All right.
Avionics.
This is the point where I do this, and I still do the same thing. I cringe when I go to click on, like, in the flight computer. Yeah. Okay. It didn't die.
Cabin lights on, so we can see what we're doing. And we're gonna put our strobe on so people know that this plane is active and it's going to. Engines are going to be starting up here pretty soon. Just to double check, 2,000 pounds.
And while you're mumbling your startup, which is good because I do the same thing, I'm going to interject over top of your video and go, watch Draco where you're watching him. Watch Mr. Moondog at where Mr. Moondog on YouTube because he doesn't have all the links in there yet. And watch Zig on his. Just open 3 tabs and watch all 3 of us because we're all flying together, but we're not together tonight. Imagine Games, hello, how are you doing?
I'm sure people on my stream are going to be wondering why I'm adding fuel manually. And the reason why is because Air Hauler has told me exactly how much fuel I'm supposed to have in this plane. So now I have to tell Flight Sim how much fuel I have in this plane. So I need to have 26,389 pounds. Now the weird thing is that it's not always exact. So we're going to be a couple pounds short compared to what Air Hauler says we have. But honestly, on this here, I could go about 2,000 miles and I'm only going about 200 miles. So I have more than enough range.
I was doing the same thing in the DC-6 earlier.
Turn these off.
Because I ended flight and went to jump back in and had remembered how much fuel I had, and Air Hauler said, you've got this much, and you're trying to figure out exactly what the percentage is and where it should be to get it right.
Right.
Same thing. Fun.
And this is a very old airplane, so startup is different from any of the normal planes that you would normally fly in Flight Sim. So
you reach over and you turn the key.
Yeah, I wish it was that easy. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the engine selector to engine 3. We're going to turn the fuel to tank to engine. Booster pump on. We're going to prime. Hit the start.
PDF. Brakes to.
Boost. Try that again. Start. And boost. There she goes. I'm going to turn the booster pump off. To throttle up engine 3 to 1,000 RPM.
Back. Messages clear. Nearest. Nope. I timer 34 minutes, and that's off because I forgot to hit the timer before I took off.
Engine 4. Now, engine 4 on this plane's a little wonky. For whatever reason...
Wonky?
Yeah, for whatever reason, the second I switch it over to the engine selector for 4, it immediately... the engine immediately starts to want to try and run. And I don't know why. I don't know if that's something with this A28 plane, or if it's something that needs to be patched, or if I just messed something up in the installation, which I don't know how because it's a fairly simple installation.
Yeah.
Booster pump.
It sounds like it's probably along the line of
Right.
a glitch in the matrix.
So, booster pump
So
off on 4.
I'm going to jump into my OBS.
Throttle up,
I'm going to
4.
pull up. Display.
Go to
That
engine
one?
2.
Yep. So
Switch tank.
this is FS
2.
join and representation of my plane right there. I am flying up here to Sioux Falls, North Dakota. Left St. Louis. You can see this plane over here. That's Zig, or not Zig. That's Draco, getting ready to leave Chicago. And you said you were going where?
To a little airport out in Ohio
Ohio?
or Iowa.
Iowa. Okay. Well, you're not going too far. All right. I need to jump back in here. Yep.
Switch
To the Minneapolis Center. Thank you. All right. Thank you.
booster pump on.
And then the third part of our stream group, Zig, who's jumping back in. He did a complete restart of his computer because it was having a little bit of a glitch. He's down here.
It's throttled up.
In this area, southwest of Knoxville. So that's where we are all at.
And I don't know about you, but I always open my cowl flaps all the way when I'm on the ground idling.
I haven't learned them yet. Crest way. When I'm flying though, I have them about 50%. It seems to run fine there, but it might not be modeled real well. I don't know.
We'll see with mine.
Okay,
I can only have them open like 3 inches in flight. After that, the plane starts to shake.
Okay.
Pressurization all the way up to max.
305. 305.
We're gonna push that up to about a little over 6,000 feet.
So we're getting ready to hit our waypoint and make the next turn, which then that run is going to be roughly what, 140, 149 more nautical miles. So we've got 150 and 76, 225, 230 more nautical miles to fly. So about an hour of flight time left.
Oh, my memory is so bad I cannot remember the thing for the airport.
Well, seeing how you're not going into Spirit of St. Louis, I can't tell you.
And I can't close out air hauler to go check again. I'm an idiot.
You could cancel the job and restart the job because it's just a freight one.
Yeah, that means I have to shut down my engines and everything again. And restart them. I really should have put that in before I started my engines.
and there's no way I can help you find it. I mean, if I knew which town or city that you were going to, I might be able to.
I can tell you it's a regional out in the middle of Ohio.
No, middle of Iowa.
Iowa.
Middle of there. Okay, so let's do this. Ooh, passenger satisfaction is up to 100%.
Have you landed yet?
No, I've got about an hour flight yet. Yeah, be quiet there, Zig. Reach. All right.
Yeah, it's 200 nautical miles from me. I know that. 280 something, I think it said.
Let's see what. Did you mean near Iowa? Yes, I did mean near Iowa. Waterloo Regional Airport, Southeast Iowa Regional Airport, Grinnell Regional Airport. Grinnell's is sort of middle of the state, but see, is there more? Let's see here.
So what I'll do is, I know it's...
Guthrie County?
Nah, I got an easier way. Iowa.
I'm guessing it's going to be Guthrie County Regional Airport. Okay, Zig, are you in the game yet?
Yes.
Are you working on your
I'm getting set up.
realisms? Okay.
No, I forgot about it already. I was just getting set up to fly.
Actually, Zig, you could do me a huge favor.
Yeah?
Since in Air Hauler, all the commodities are the same.
Okay, hold on. Okay.
If you could click on Midway Airport for commodities, look at coffee.
Hold on. Let me find, that's Chicago, right?
Yep.
Let me get the cargo and job. Just gonna redo the map. Commodity stocks. Airport.
I'm trying to look it up here, but I cannot find it. Like I said, I don't want to shut off my engines and have to restart them all again.
Chicago Midway International.
Yep.
Okay, coffee. What is that? What you said?
Yeah, I'm taking coffee, but and I know it's in Iowa somewhere. It's like a I think it's a regional airport because
I
it's
thought you said you wanted Midway.
No, I'm looking to where I'm trying to remember where I'm going.
Okay.
So he's looking for the price difference between the Chicago and the one that's in Illinois that matches.
It's out in Iowa. It's like a $20 increase.
Davenport's in Iowa, right?
Yep.
Does it like KSQI? Is that where you're going?
I think so. KSQI.
That's short of Davenport.
That's Sterling Rock Falls. It's kind of Illinois.
Oh, okay. Davenport. It's not that one, is it?
I don't think so.
That's plus 20.
Is
It's
it?
right outside of KMLI.
KMLI?
Yeah. Although Cedar Rapids is plus 91.
I can go to Cedar Rapids. I'll take Cedar Rapids. What's Cedar Rapids?
Hold on, that's
You didn't see that one.
KCID.
Okay, we're going to Cedar Rapids, folks.
Let me double check that, but coffee is. Oh, wait a minute. It's not plus 91. It is 91.
Quiet, Moondog.
But, oh, no, the Davenport one is $1 cheaper, the KMLI. Sorry, I was just looking at the little green dots.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
Yeah, the dot's kind of
what...
like sitting out in the middle of, it's kind of like sitting in the middle of, all by itself. Somewhere between Midway and, I know it's past, I think it's past Davenport. I think it's south of Davenport.
I don't see any other dots out there other than Peoria. See my map is glitchy.
Okay.
Oh wait, hold on. Here's another one. KMUT.
And what's the price on it?
I don't know if there is one. It's not.
No, that's a municipal. I'd never get in that one.
Right. Like I said, that KMLI was the one that popped up. That's just outside of Davenport. Coffee's $92 there, so that's a $20.
Alright, hold on. Okay, well, I just have to go back here, go back to the overview map. Okay, so now all the prices have changed.
Yeah, it does update from time to time.
The bastards. Wait. It'd help if I had the right commodity. Oh, there it is. Well, because I'm an idiot. I thought it was Iowa. It's actually Missouri. It's Columbia Regional. KCOU.
Yeah, well, no wonder we couldn't find it.
KCOU.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, I'm an idiot. It's KCOU. It's in Missouri. And we're going.
Well, that gets you closer to the base.
Yes, it does. And we're gonna go VOR to VOR. We're gonna find our route. And we're gonna be traveling at about, let's say, 12,000. Save that. No. Now I gotta get the damn engine started again.
I was going to say, did you just attempt to leave it running and quit the? No, because you got to end the thing first because
Right.
you were started.
Okay, fly this aircraft. KCOU. Select. Okay. Accept.
Let's clear that.
On the plus side, everything's been running in as prime, so all I have to do is just start them all up again.
You didn't hit end flight.
I did. And
Oh, okay.
so that's the only way I couldn't shut off all the engines.
That's what I was doing. Flight plan.
Off. Generators on.
Program.
Alright. We're gonna check our control surfaces real quick.
So what I want to do is to remember to go to the little discount store tomorrow and pick up a notepad.
Oh yeah, you gotta have a notepad.
Well, I've got a notepad, but it's almost empty, so I need to go get a new one.
We're checking flaps. Model up. There it is. Flaps back up.
Whoa, what's this turbulence here?
We're doing that. Go to nav log. Going to be 112.30. And number 2 is going to be 11520.
Where are we at? Yeah, just what you want to hear from your pilot. Where are we at?
520. Okay, so we're good on that for right now.
37.
EI pump on. And turn our taxi lights on. Passing lights on. Position lights on.
Or intersection.
Fire warning lights. Those look good. Charge our hydraulic systems. Turn our bus on to 50%. Okay, and everything looks good. So we're going to contact air traffic control.
FSD is from the north. I don't think we want that one.
Midway
West.
ground, Boeing 09202012 with Echo. Request taxi for takeoff, west departure. Boeing 092020 short of runway 4 left via taxiway Juliet, Whiskey. Contact tower on 118.7 when ready. Taxi 2, hold short runway 4 left via taxiway Juliet, Whiskey. Boeing 012.
Can we go?
We're gonna do our pushback.
03. Nope.
And we're inside just so we have an idea of where we're supposed to go. Okay.
I'm gonna fire up my stream
Boeing
here.
012, position, caution other traffic.
Can we say rude things on your stream?
Sure.
Okay, just checking.
Hurry up and do it right now, though.
Alright. Where is
Boeing 012, continue taxiing. Roger, Boeing 012.
All right, welcome to the stream. We are flying tonight with the Monkey Show crew. We have Mr. Moondog with us, who is in flight, I presume. Is that correct?
I haven't crashed yet, correct?
And Draco is preparing for his takeoff. Is that correct?
Yep, I'm just now doing my pushback from the ramp.
And I am picking up some mail from somewhere in Tennessee, and going to catch one of my pilots up in Air Hauler who is a slacker, so we can get this job done. So carry on, guys.
Carry on?
Oh, yeah. I interrupted your conversation.
No, no. No, I'm trying to find out waypoints. He's trying to push back. Trying to set up for my approach for this.
Now, I don't normally do a whole lot of talking during taxi and takeoff just because it does require quite a bit of concentration, especially a plane this large.
My outside view is still vibrating. That's disappointing.
Was it that that
Wasn't doing it last night.
somehow I just got 2 notifications that you're streaming?
It's because he's really important. They want you to know.
Right.
So now I know some of you who are watching this are probably going to be losing their minds because I'm not on the center line, but well, you've never flown this plane. This plane does not like to turn.
With the taxiing.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't turn. It doesn't turn. It doesn't turn. Oop! It turned the whole way.
Pretty much. Oh, so we're in contract. Traffic control. Tell them that we are ready for takeoff.
Midway Tower, Boeing 0902020012 at runway 4 left, ready for takeoff. Departure to the west. Boeing 0902020012.
I sure hope Air Hauler understands that I did put the fasten seatbelts on when I hit the turbulence.
Cleared for takeoff. Runway 4 left. Boeing 012.
And that it doesn't dock me for a rough ride or something.
November 8686 Juliet at runway 4 right, ready for takeoff. South departure. Cessna November 8686 Juliet, clear for takeoff. Runway 4 right. Caution that Boeing taking off. Runway 4 left. Departure to the south approved.
10,000.
Cleared for takeoff. Runway 4 right. Cessna 86 Juliet.
Now that's a sight right there. I'm taking off right in the same, right towards the Sears Tower. Okay.
Midway Tower, orbit 7962 at runway 4 right, ready for takeoff. IFR to Madison.
Orbit 7962, hold short. Runway 4 right, traffic is Cessna Sky.
I'm watching you taxi.
We're gonna activate.
Hold short, runway 4
Who, me?
right, orbit 7962.
No,
Oh.
Pull 'em up.
Orbit 7962, taxi to position and hold.
Position and hold, orbit 7962.
I can see yours is live now, so let's go find yours live now. Oh, now that is a cool picture there, Zig.
Alright, and we're up.
Oh, the thumbnail?
Yes, you did
Yeah,
that
that
all
was-
yourself.
Well,
up.
yeah.
Yep.
That
Oh,
was
I'm
the screenshots
impressed.
from last night.
We're up.
Yeah, and I'm watching you drift around the corners there.
Now, this plane, it's like you don't have to. You can have the throttle at 0, and it just goes when it taxis. It's not good, really.
And I have made one big mistake.
Cleared to land. Runway 4 left.
Clear to land.
Okay, I'm not seeing it yet because
Cessna 2.
I've taken off with my cow flaps.
Cleared for takeoff. Runway 4 right, orbit 7962.
does that
At
mean you need
100%.
to you need to re-land and reset your engines, or does that mean you're going to crash here in a moment?
Neither one. It just means I'm gonna shake like you have never seen anything shake before until I get those closed.
Orbit 7962. Contact Chicago. Departure on 118.4. Boeing 012. You are leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
Come on, get up.
118.4, orbit 7962.
Come on, get up. Get up there.
It's 10 o'clock, 2 miles at 1,000. Boeing 476.
That's not a radar.
Chicago departure, Boeing 09er202012 is type Boeing
ETA
4 miles northeast of Midway.
12:54
Request flight
a.m.
following. Boeing
And that 12:54 has got to be
Chicago departure,
UT.
clock 2477.
And not.
Chicago departure, Cessna November 8686 Juliet is type Cessna Skyhawk 2 miles south of Midway.
No, I have it set for
2500.
local time.
Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace. Orbit 7962.
That's what I'm looking at
Turn
there is
left
the local
heading
time.
290. Cessna November 8686 Juliet. Chicago departure, clock 7127.
I'm breaking a few FAA rules here because I am very low through downtown Chicago.
Radar contact 3
Very low
miles
is still
south
better
of
than
Midway,
slamming into the side of a building.
Charlie airspace, maintain all navigation.
Yeah, well, you do have the Sears Tower there, or whatever it's called now.
Cessna 86 Juliet.
So, sort of
Walk
duck and dive around.
Boeing 012. Boeing 012, radar contact 6 miles northeast of Midway, 1,600. Altimeter 3003.
Okay, yes, that's fine.
ATS
ATS is pissing me off.
Orbit 7962.
Well, yeah, you're flying too low. They're going to get.
Copy. Boeing 012.
No, they just keep
Orbit
chattering at me.
7962. Contact Chicago approach on 133.1.
Are they just handing you back and forth because they don't know which one of them wants to handle your situation?
No, it's they want me to answer them, but they constantly there's constantly them chattering back and forth, so it keeps canceling out my response, and then they start. It just pisses me off. I can't stand the ATC on here sometimes.
It's one of the other planes, in quote, answering ATC also while you're trying to, so and it gets its in before you can respond.
Right.
Yeah, it can get a bit much.
Yeah.
Close the cowl flaps. Close the cowl flaps. Oh shit! Close the cowl flaps. Why can't I close the cowl flaps? This
They're
is not
frozen
good.
shut already.
Frozen open, you mean?
Yeah.
Frozen open, frozen shut.
Come on, close. Moondog, I need you to go out on the wings and start kicking these things shut, will you?
Wait a minute. How quickly are you moving?
125 knots. You'll be fine.
And it's vibrating that much. You got a rope at least, so I can time myself off.
I got bungee cords.
Bungee cords. I'll think about it. I'm gonna go to the back and I'll let you know if I head out. I'll ask you to open the door for me. I got through the turbulence.
So hoping for a nice, easygoing, early morning flight back to St. Louis
Okay.
after our turn and burn.
So you had to fly down there and pick up the mail, or did you drop off?
No, I went down there and picked it up because I told you I took that job that was a two-run
Okay.
job, and it was only like 7 hours, so I knew the guy wouldn't make it there and back. So to try and not have another late delivery, I decided to just run down there and grab it.
This is kind of why I don't normally talk too much when I'm, because I always end up forgetting something, and this time, well,
Cessna 86 Juliet.
Well, that's kind of the nice stuff. Nice thing about with the three of us streaming at one time. There's more talking going on, and you don't have to talk all the time. You know what I mean?
Right. Oh, good. I can turn right this way and land right on a runway. I just hope it's long enough.
You got to land again already?
I have to close these cow flaps.
Gotcha. That sucks.
Chicago departure, Cessna November 8686 Juliet with you. Cessna November 8686 Juliet, Chicago departure, roger, altimeter 3002.
Thing is, I'm trying to descend, but as I descend, I pick up speed, and as I pick up speed, the shaking gets worse.
Maybe they'll vibrate themselves shut.
No, more than likely.
No, but
it's more likely that one of them will vibrate the engine right off the plane.
oh, and look, I'm looking at your flight path. You're now over the water, so city's safe, but
If I'm going down,
That
I'm
ain't-
taking a lot of people with me.
well, I was going to say, I don't think you can, there's only one of you on there. It's not like you can save the whole crew. Well, there's probably technically more than just one of you.
Oh, just me.
No, but that plane, we've said that you would typically have, even if it's just flying cargo, at least 3-4 people.
You have 4 minimum. Pilot, co-pilot, flight engineer, and radio navigator.
And then you've got Draco and I tonight. We're flying planes where it's like just one pilot and flight computer's doing it all. So we're just sort of sitting here eating a sandwich.
I have never had my cow flaps stick open like that.
Chicago
You have a bit of the realism turned on, don't you?
Who, me?
Yes.
Oh, it's cranked all the way to the max.
Altimeter 3003.
Shut up.
It really bums me out about the vibration outside view.
Happy you're not flying this plane right now with that vibration.
Unless it has something to do with it being like completely nighttime. I mean, it was getting dark last night, but we'll see. Could be worse, I guess. Although I was really liking those views out there.
I was having an issue with a little bit of a stutter
500.
with it being stuff turned up and too close to the airport. Once I got up in the air, it cleared up some. If yours is still doing that, I don't know what.
I was hoping the restart would take care of it.
Viper November 64906 Foxtrot with you.
Viper November 6
Maybe you have-
Foxtrot, Chicago approach, roger, altimeter
Maybe you have too much turned up right now with the Rex 4 going and all the.
Yeah, but it wasn't doing it last night. Nothing's different last night. Nothing's
Okay.
changed. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey Draco, your neighbors are over here at my place.
They shooting some fireworks tonight.
Oh yeah, they're aiming for my window, I think.
Alright. Well, this is not going to be any type of proper landing, but
No, you
The
need to
Draco
land.
stream while he nearly crashes his plane.
Because mine's actually going well enough, I'm actually going to watch it.
Alright, hold on a second.
You know, maybe I will too. See if we can push the internet to the limit.
Gosh, that is shaking. Pilot, pilot, where's my seatbelt?
Let's see what this kid can do.
Yeah, no pressure, right?
Nah, nobody's watching. Just all of us. Draco's doing an emergency landing.
Moondog, quit putting stuff in chat that I have to...
I can put whatever I want right there now because you're too busy to worry about timing me out.
I will put this damn thing on autopilot just to time you out. So yeah.
Yes, folks, we have a lot of fun here.
Chicago approach.
We try and fly it real. We try and fly it well.
Descending 4,000.
Pacifica 3785.
And we like to show each other in a polite way.
That's what friends do, isn't it?
Uh-huh. I mean, his is shaken enough to make James Bond martinis, but you know. And mine's over here flying so smoothly that put a freaking baby to sleep, or a pilot. Mount Rushmore's North Dakota?
Okay.
Viper 906 Foxtrot, contact Chicago approach on 133.1. Chicago approach, orbit 1438 is climbing through 6,200 for 9,000. Orbit 1438, Chicago approach, roger, altimeter 3003.
Look at that Zig, he's got his landing gear down.
Orbit 1438.
Gear down.
Contact Chicago departure on 133.1.
Going to 133.1. Viper 906 Foxtrot.
Moondog, could you answer that for me? So
Going to 133.1. Orbit 1438.
Oh, what add-ons does he have? Yeah, well, you're listening in chat. What add-ons? He has
I have
the B377 that he's flying now. That's an add-on.
Going to
Rex 4.
133.1.
I'm sure he has that.
Yep.
Cessna 86 Juliet, you're leaving my
He has
airspace.
the
Radar service
Duchess
terminated.
from
1200, frequency change approved.
Steam.
Squawk 1200, frequency change approved.
What
Cessna
you got
86
the
Juliet.
trees. I can't remember that one. Natural trees or something like that.
Something
for,
like that, yeah.
Chicago approach. Orbit
for the trees in there, and then
Orbit 1438,
just a
Chicago
couple
approach,
scenery
roger,
mods.
Altimeter 3003. Orbit
And like I said, this is not going to be
climb and
anything
maintain
near
17,000.
proper, but
Climb and maintain 17,000.
better than splattering all over the ground.
1438.
Hey, it's going to make for a very
Chicago
interesting.
approach. It's November 8936 Foxtrot with you, 6,500.
Beach, November 8936 Foxtrot, Chicago approach, roger.
Why'd they put
altimeter
this airport in the middle of town there?
Orbit 143.
It
Contact
wasn't at
Chicago
one time.
Center on
I know.
120.35. 120.35 for orbit 1438.
I always thought Midway Airport, or is it O'Hare, that's actually on the water on a little like island?
Nope, that was Meigs Field.
Okay.
It no longer exists.
Ha! I got my camera to stop shaking. It was the vibration effect. Somehow I accidentally turned that on in
in the startup or something?
Well,
No,
Mr.
in
Games,
Easy
I
Dock.
can help you a little bit with FSX. I mean, I'm no
Minimums.
expert by any means.
No. And you can do a better job of helping out
100.
after you land.
50, 40, 30, 20.
He's trying to land a bumblebee on a postage stamp.
Well, see, he's giving the response
wait,
now.
we haven't seen it yet, Draco. You're ruining the surprise. Just now coming in.
Hey, look, he even has his landing lights on.
Wow, and they work. Mine don't light up like that.
Mine do in the DC-6. In this little thing, nope. And I paid more than both of yours together almost for mine. Although I may have turned the setting down on that, so.
Nice job, Draco.
Nice job, Draco. Now you got to shut everything off to reset the cowl flaps.
That's the thing. They won't close.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You need to shut everything down
Maybe.
and restart the engine so that you can close them. Well, can I answer this for you,
Sure.
for you, Draco?
Go ahead, while
Mr.
I'm
Games,
texting.
if you want help from any one of the three of us, Draco has more time in FSX. I have
about
more than Zig, but Zig has about 2.5 weeks. 3 weeks now? No, 3 weeks now. 'Cause you
about
got
3
it, like,
weeks, probably.
yeah. So some of us are learning and some of us are catching up. And we are working through problems, and we probably are stumbling across some of the same problems that you have.
We'd be
And-
happy to try and help if we
Yeah.
can.
Right.
I'm gonna park this thing right here. All right.
And let's see. Fire Tramp TV. How's it going? Hello. You could subscribe. You don't have to subscribe. If you do, it'll let you know when I do jump on and start streaming.
Nice job on that, Draco, by the way.
Thank you.
I don't always catch chat as quickly as I want to and need to sometimes. I'm bouncing between what's actually going on in the plane. The chat's not on my main screen that I'm looking at. It's off to the side. And then if I'm helping Draco in his stream or Zig in his while we're all streaming together, sometimes miss something. But we try and help out that way too.
And I will be back in 1 second. I have to go run do something.
Yeah, it has to deal with that landing.
He's gotta go. He's gotta go change his pants.
It was a very good landing. It's probably, you know, and to be honest, I probably would have to too. To be honest, I might have most likely wrecked it. It would have been a pile of rubble at the beginning of the runway. Zig, you an outside view?
Yes.
Oh, what is that? Is that for your plane itself, or is that for
That's the Easy Dock
Easy Dock? Okay.
control panel to set up your camera views, and like you
Okay.
can change like how fast that transition is from the different views. Oh. You'll see it here in a minute.
I just jumped away.
I need to slow it down when I'm out. Oh, that's fine. You don't need
No,
to
I
be in
jumped.
there.
I jumped back. I'm jumping.
So it'll transition to another. Well, here, not that one.
Yeah, I saw it. It went from like
There.
there. Yeah.
You can change that speed. That's kind of what I was messing around with. Just like Click for those big
Yeah.
outside views. It's nice to slow it down so it like
Yeah,
so
it
the
comes in.
camera so the camera floats in.
Yeah,
When you're in the cockpit, they don't need to be that slow, but you can go through on each individual one and change that. It's kind of crazy.
right. Now, do you have
Okay, I've returned. Sorry about that.
light? You don't have light, or how much light do you have on the inside? You turn your main dome light off and just run with.
I don't have a dome
Okay.
light really.
So, Mr.
You don't have a dome light. Okay.
Not that I've found anyhow.
Okay.
Mr. Game. So GSX. I'm not sure what GSX is.
Ground control.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well,
And it's not. They have an introductory. I've looked into this. They have an introductory one. They have a couple trial ones, and then you have to pay 35 something for the whole thing. And then I think you even have to add some of the airports that you would fly to regularly that aren't in the pack. So that's one that's a pay add-on.
yeah. I just use the in-game ATC. Sometimes they get really, really, really annoying.
Well, that GCX is quite literally just the ground, and like your taxi, and they'll bring up your fuel and your refreshment cart trucks, stuff like that. You know what? I'm paying attention to you guys enough that I'm not realizing I'm 50 miles out and probably want to start dropping this thing.
Yeah.
Probably. That's always a good thing.
That's like me last night getting busy yakking with you guys, and all of a sudden I'm orbiting around the airport I'm supposed to land at.
Alright, so we're going to go KCOU. And we're not going to do active
And
runway.
because we're going to start descent, we'll go, you know what? We're 50 miles out. You can put seatbelts on.
We're going to do VOR to VOR. We're going to go at 12,000 feet.
You gonna try it again, Draco?
Yep. Save. Yes. No. So planes and airports into FSX. So with the planes, it depends on where you get them from. If you get them from like A2A, and most of those have auto install, where all you do is just click after you purchase it. You just click one button, and it automatically installs it for you.
My ones from Just Flight did as well.
Right.
Now, some of the freeware ones, few of those also do auto install, but some of them you just have to follow the instructions, and it's basically put sim objects where sim objects is supposed to go. Put your
Gauges
your
and
gauges in your gauges file and things like that in your FSX folder. Now the big thing is, do you have FSX or do you have FSX Steam Edition? Because I think that makes a little bit of a difference if I remember right.
I think it does, because it some of them have to have the update with them.
Right.
You have to watch that.
Yeah. So like my plane, like this plane here, it needed to have either the SP2? Is that what it's called? That patch or something?
SP1 or SP2, right?
Or it has
Yeah.
to have the acceleration for the for FSX. Now, if you have the Steam Edition,
You don't need either.
you don't need either of those, because the Steam Edition automatically comes with the acceleration add-on already in it. Steam. So yeah, so you're good with that. And then airports and stuff, I'm honestly not sure about that. Moondog had to walk me through it, and I only did one. Mr. Moondog there, he's the one who's good at adding airports.
Okay, we'll go with that.
Oh, you're better than me.
Yeah.
I haven't added any either, so I haven't even added the one that your Akron Canton
The
one. I
Akron.
haven't added that either. I probably should, but I haven't yet.
You know what? Then you can get off my ship. No.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna add it when I buy another base there, because
That
my
makes
plan
sense,
was
yeah.
to to buy a base in your neighborhood and then to get another base in Draco's neighborhood?
I have too, and I'll get to his answer here in a second. I was wanting to look for one for in Draco's area, but the only way to do that is the only ones that I'm seeing is the payware ones, but it like is
Oh, no.
all of like northern Chicago and the whole area. Then it's the whole even scenery pack for that too, and it's like I'm not sure I want to go that far.
Right.
As far as adding scenery, if you find one that is a good scenery pack for your airport, I can, once I land, I can also throw the link up in your page there, Draco, to a YouTube video that I found very useful at adding scenery. And you got to go through, I can even describe it better once I'm on the ground, so I can run through it. But you got to add the scenery into your scenery group, and there's a certain order to do it, or it doesn't work at all. It doesn't recognize it. But it's not, to be honest, once you know it, it's not that difficult. That's the scenery's easier than airports, or scenery in airports is easier than airplanes. And probably easier than running around with GSX right now, because to be honest, I looked at it, I liked, and I've seen it with a couple of the other big time streamers, but I'm not sure if I'm ready for it. It adds too much. I'm still trying to learn more basics still yet. Distance 28. So I can contact them. So I should be if you hear any beeping, it's just me trying to fall out of the sky.
Easy Dock. Is that free? Is it? I don't think it is,
No.
right?
It's not. It's like 35 bucks.
Okay, so yeah, it's like $35.
Which airport am I going to?
But I'll be honest with you,
Up there.
this game is fun, even with a lot of the free stuff, or without even add-ons. I spent many years just flying the in-game vanilla stuff. So I mean, while it's fun to have that extra stuff, it's not exactly a necessity.
No.
Now, the one thing I would recommend that you get, especially if you like to fly, especially if you have friends that like to fly, I would get Join FS or FS Cloud, whichever one you're more comfortable with. They're both free, but Join FS doesn't have the latency issues that FS Cloud has.
Can you pull up the screen for him to see what that is, Draco?
I don't have that set up yet.
Okay.
I do. Let me finish programming my
Actually, what I
landing.
could do though, hold on, I could do something like,
what did they tell me to fly in at? They fly in straight at runway 33. Thank you.
pop that up right there.
RNAV 33.
So I just have to wait for the stream to
Enter.
catch up. Taxiing, it basically, you can do it one of two ways. You can either, I find it, you want to the way you want to taxi is you want to make sure that you have as little of power as possible, because you don't want to taxi too fast, because you can lose control of your plane. But at the same time, you also don't want to take an hour to get to your runway. You can, and in the game you can taxi one of two ways. You can either just taxi to whatever runway you want to and take off, or you can have ATC assign you a runway, and then there's something called a progressive taxiway, where it actually shows you on on the taxiway where with was it yellow arrows, which way you're
Yes.
supposed to be going.
I use that all the time because I get confused and lost on the airports.
Yeah, I do too.
Not the little ones, but the big ones.
So here on so the map you see here is Join FS. It gives you a map of the entire world, and anybody who's playing in that server on Join FS, you can see. You can, and it's
You should be able to, should be able to point out the three of us easy because you know
Yeah.
where we're at.
So this one is me right here. I'm up here in Chicago. That one right there is, yep, that's Zig on the ground in Kentucky. And Moondog is up here just into South Dakota. And
Yep.
you'll see that in a second when that comes up. But what's cool about this is that you not only see the people that you're flying with on the map, if you're close enough, you'll actually see them on the ground too, at the airports or in the air if you're flying with other people. We actually started off just hopping around North America and over to Europe, flying with each other, just using Join FS and FSX, and that was a ton of fun.
It makes it multiplayer in a sense because you can see everybody's plane if you're all at the same airport. You know, you can line up 1, 2, 3 and take off, and pretty cool.
Yeah, well, the other thing about that too is, if you like to play multiplayer, that's the way to go, because the Steam, because the multiplayer for FSX that's built into the game, if you want to do any type of realism, that is not the place to go. So what am I doing? Did I accept the flight? I don't even remember if I accepted the flight.
You don't remember if you took the job?
Yeah.
Right. Program.
I didn't.
Enter.
And don't forget to hit enter.
Don't forget to enter. Yep.
But honestly, the biggest thing is just remembering, is just remember to practice.
Good thing I don't have passengers because I'm getting
I
my butt.
don't have TeamSpeak. No, I don't.
We use Discord.
Yeah, we use Discord. And honestly, I don't even have my own Discord channel because I'm always on somebody else's, so I never had a reason to have one. At least I don't think I have a Discord channel. I may have created one, I don't remember.
Yeah, I know. It's normal beeping. Letting me know that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Sure it is.
Yep, we believe you.
That's the normal sound of me crashing. It's just normal. It says what I'm supposed to be doing.
Well, I mean, I can read the chat on here and I can respond to you on here. Or, I mean, yeah, because I don't have a Discord channel set up yet. I got to do that still.
runway 33. ILS number, no.
Okay. That off again. All flaps are still right.
Alright, well. There's no ILS for this runway to help with altitude. So I can't do the full approach. There it is.
Well, once again, I mean, you can talk to us on here, or I don't. Would you? Would Moondog or Zig? Would one of you guys mind, just for right now until I get a Discord channel set up, maybe tossing a link to your channel in my chat so he can ask us questions?
Yeah, we're in Zig's right now, so it would be up to Zig on his. Mine, I don't have a problem with. We can even jump over there. Do you have mine, Andy?
I don't. I have like 30 windows open right now.
So do I.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, I know what to do. I can jump over to the other.
Like I said, just until I can get my Discord channel set up.
But then again, who knows? We might be in mine, yours, his. So yeah, he's welcome to jump into. Now that we've got it slowed up, we got it load up, we can throttle up some more again.
Midway round, Boeing 09.
Okay, we're gonna try this again, guys.
012, request taxi for departure to the west with Oscar. Boeing 09020201, taxi to and hold short of runway 13 center, using taxiway whiskey. Contact tower on 118.71 ready. Taxiing hold short runway 13 center, using taxiway whiskey. Boeing 012.
Come on, returning. We are. Okay.
Midway ground, each November 3838 Charlie with Papa, ready to taxi IFR.
Each November 3838 Charlie, taxi to and hold short of runway 13 center via taxiway Yankee Foxtrot Whiskey. Contact tower on
Well, I guess I could at least put in,
I'm gonna go
see if it takes it.
See if it takes.
8.71 ready.
ILS for the other runway, so at least I
Taxi
have
to
an
and hold short
altitude.
runway 13 center via taxiway Yankee Foxtrot Whiskey, speed 38 Charlie.
Yeah, the only thing we ask when you get in, if you ever join us in Discord, is that, you know, one, be respectful, just like you would be in chat. Two, you know, and basically that's just it. You know, be respectful. You know, don't post anything, you know, inappropriate on anywhere, because, you know, we do have young kids who pop in from time to time, so obviously we got to make sure that it's all
Classy.
classy.
Keep it classy. Can you hear us in Discord, Mr. Games?
You don't see him there yet.
Oh, he just popped out. Was in there.
I didn't hear anybody pop in, but
You're in streamer mode.
am I?
Well, oh, I am. Sorry. So you don't hear the alert. Hello, Mr. Games.
Yep. Hello, Mr. Games.
Hello, how are you?
He's not getting the little green light. It doesn't look like his mic is working. So, if you can hear us, we can't hear you. Nutshell. Might need to go into your settings and make sure your mic is enabled. Been a while since I did that, but
Sure, fuel's right. Arrow's right.
And I'm checking and watching stuff. I'm not even watching my own chat. Nope. Okay, no one's in chat. No, I'm in approach mode, and I'm trying to make sure I'm
right.
coming in, and I'm actually probably a bit low.
I'll be right back.
Alright.
Okay.
No. Looks good.
Midway Tower, Boeing 09er20212 at runway 13 center, ready for takeoff, west departure. Boeing 09er20212, cleared for takeoff, runway 13 center, departure to the west approved.
7 miles out, so I
Cleared
need
for
to be
takeoff, runway
waiting and
13 center,
for
Boeing 012.
looks like I'm right online. Time to get rid of some of this other stuff. Start ready to fly this thing. Thank you.
Alright, let's just check everything real quick. Owl flaps.
And landing gear.
Good. Looks good. On.
Lights. Stroke can go off because we're landing. Final approach. Final approach. Make your wheels out quickly.
Midway Tower, H November 3838 Charlie at runway 13 center, ready for takeoff, IFR, Roanoke.
H November 3838
back.
Charlie, taxi into position and hold.
I'm
Take a
flying
little
over
pause
the,
for the cause.
Position and hold,
Yeah, okay.
H38 Charlie.
flying over town now, coming in, crop dusting the tops of the buildings.
Up.
You get onto the final approach, it with the GNAV, it automatically starts doing the flight plan. It looks for it, has you on the glide, so
I don't have the GNAV.
Laps up.
H November
I wanna look around
3838
your plane
Charlie,
a little
cleared
bit
for
more.
takeoff, runway
Oh,
13
man.
center.
alright.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 13 center,
No
H November
shaking?
3838 Charlie.
Got the cowl flaps in the proper position.
Yep, I triple checked those.
Very good.
Gonna make our first turn. Where's our
500.
first VOR?
We've got you taking off, I'm
Boeing
trying to land.
012, you're leaving
We're
my
both
airspace,
muttering
frequency
at each
change
other.
approved. Chicago departure, Boeing 09er202012 is type Boeing, 3
control
miles
myself.
southeast of Midway, 1,800. Request clearance, transition
down.
Charlie, airspace.
Boeing 09er202012, Chicago departure, squawk 0473.
Squawk 0473.
It's
Boeing
actually lined up
012.
good enough that
Boeing
I'm not even
012,
touching
radar
the stick.
contact
I'm
4
just sort
miles
of got
south
my
of
hand
Midway
out.
2500, cleared through the Charlie airspace.
Cleared visit Charlie, airspace. Boeing
Oh, that
012.
was good. Agree, sir.
Very good.
That's the best one out of any of us.
November 3838 Charlie, climbing through 2000 for 9,000. H November 3838 Charlie, Chicago departure, roger. Altimeter 3003, H38 Charlie. Turn left heading 125, zoom on navigation, climb and maintain 9,000. Turn left heading 125, proceed on course, climb and
We're gonna
maintain
pull that up just so
9,000.
we have a reference.
38 Charlie.
So we need to pull back a little bit to 51 inches of mercury in our manifold. Alright. RPM's gonna go down to 2525.
So,
2550, I'm sorry.
knowledge handoff, thank you.
That's fine. You know what? We're going to
Taxi to Gainesville.
let them handle the turbos. Okay.
Or using taxiway B and A.
We'll shut
Now.
off this light here and that light there.
This is the thing that the guys flying over me don't like.
Contact Chicago approach, sun 133.1.
They really don't care.
133.1 for each 349er.
Taxiways. All labeled out.
I was
B
at
and A. Oh, thank you.
I was at 5
I
people
gotta go
watching. I'm now down to 2.
Contact Chicago
It bounces
approach,
around
sun
like that.
119.35.
Don't worry about it.
Going to 119.35. Boeing 012. Chicago approach. Boeing
I should have turned right, I turned left.
092.012
Isn't
with
that
you.
sound normal?
Boeing 09er202012.
Well, if you continue turning right, sooner or later you're going to end up back where you need to be.
Yeah. No, but I'm
Make a left.
at the junction for the taxi. I turned left instead of right. If I turned right, then I would be headed in the right direction for the gates.
You know what, Mr. Games? I had that issue when I first started using Discord. The only workaround I found was I ended up using the public test build, and that allowed my mic to work. For whatever reason, my mic would not work before then, or it was really intermittent. You know, sometimes it would work, sometimes it wouldn't.
Chicago approach.
This is
Orbit
where the FAA
758
would
at
come back and go, what the
7,200,
heck
climbing
did you think you were doing? I was using the runway as a taxiway.
Roger. Altimeter 3.
Well, sometimes they do.
Well, for where the way I turned, I would probably be directed that way. Because they just said, please exit runway as soon as can. First time landing here, I turned left.
Yeah, until you get your mic worked out, man, just go ahead, ask as many questions as you want. I got a couple hours to burn now.
Yeah, you're the one that goes to bed early. Is it working now, Mr. Games? That's good. Yeah, we can hear you now. Or
I'm not hearing
him.
No, I'm not hearing him.
You might have to turn him up. It wasn't very loud.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try that.
Walk 1200, frequency change approved. Boeing 012.
Alright, taxi over to the gate. Get rid of these people.
Chicago Center, Boeing
Let's go.
09202012 is type Boeing 5 miles.
How long have you been using
altitude
FSX
00,
Mr.
request
Games?
flight following.
Boeing 09202012, Chicago Center, squawk 7223.
Squawk 7223, Boeing 012.
Boeing 012, please our contact 5 miles southeast of Kilo Lima Oscar Tango, 10,800, altimeter 3003.
This is where I should actually listen to
Copy,
this.
Boeing 012.
Stop.
Orbit 758, contact Chicago Center on 132.5.
I can hear you.
Going to 132.5.
Not sure.
Orbit
Drako can hear you.
758.
Yeah, I turned him up pretty loud. I still not hearing him. I mean, I'm hearing a voice, but I can't make anything out.
I can hear you quietly, Games, but also Drako has a loud playing, and he also has his headset. He's got the speakers for the game and Discord. I've just got Discord going through my headset, and then my game is on the monitor speakers. Left at KSUS. That's a good one. All right, we're at the gate. Brakes on. Then props down. Throttle down.
It doesn't give me any options for 8 left. Only 26 left. Or, well, it doesn't give me any approaches for 8 left. Select another runway. Right. Okay, I'll take that.
So why don't we go ahead and take an outside look here?
Ooh, I got applause. I must have done something right.
Chicago Center, Pacifica 10.
Yeah, I got the passengers here and I didn't kill them. And I didn't shake them all over the place.
Pacifica Pacifica 1015 Heavy, Chicago Center, roger. Altimeter 3003. Pacifica 1015 Heavy, climb and maintain flight level 240.
Back.
Climb and maintain flight level
Those lights on.
240.
Those
Pacifica 1015 Heavy. Pacifica 1015 Heavy. Contact Chicago departure on 133.5. 133.5 for Pacifica 1015 Heavy.
That. Off.
Three zero zero three. Boeing 012. Contact Chicago Center on 123.75.
Going to 123.75. Boeing 012.
That's the other thing. They hand you off a lot on this game.
Yeah.
Chicago Center, Boeing 0902.
And to be honest, I don't know if that's correct or not.
Me neither.
I mean, like New York, Boston, high population areas, I'm sure they've got outer markers and all that busy like crazy.
Well, I mean, I know that there's one for ground, one for takeoff and landing, and you know, for departure and arrival, and then there's one for while you're in transit. But it doesn't seem
Some of them have two transits, like the bigger, like New York. You want to understand?
Right.
There's an outer transit, an inner transit, your approach and departure are two different ones, I think, in some airports. All comes down to how it's set up and how many there are in the area. But like where we're flying, the little air patches bouncing back and forth to the same air controller. We don't want to talk to Draco tonight. Let's give it back to the other guys.
Nobody wants to talk to me.
Chicago Center, Boeing 09202012 with you. Boeing 09202012, Chicago Center, roger. Altimeter 3004. Chicago Center, Piper November 0612 with you. Piper November 0612 Chicago Center, roger. Altimeter 3004. Pacifica 1354. Contact Chicago Center on 120.125. 120.125 for Pacifica 1354.
Passenger should be gone, so we'll turn off the close lights. And shut off. We are done. Get out of here. Well, with that flight, yeah.
Gotcha.
Alright, so go back to the flight engineer. Need to turn these on. I needed to turn on my anti-icing stuff.
You have completed the mission successfully. Thank you.
Give me my money.
Mission passenger flight completed. Passenger satisfaction 100.
Wow.
Wow, you did better than me, man.
Nice cargo number 1.
Alright, that all looks good.
Finish flight. You know what I could do? I could maybe change this over so that everyone else can see. There we go. Flight performance. Minimum G, maximum G, fell right between it, stall, nope, lower speed, nope, landing description greaser, landing gear down. What do you mean false? Had to have the landing gear down. Landing surface asphalt, 0 damage, 0 landing damage.
Chicago Center, Beach November 91890 with you.
Beach November 91890, Chicago Center, roger. Altimeter 3004.
Jobs. Automotive parts. So this is Air Hauler 2. This is the main screen. This shows where my pilots are located. I just finished one of the missions up here. I have no humanitarian missions. Company information. Pilots. Check here. They are all idle and
You need to give them some work.
Yeah,
I
Mr.
know.
Games,
Well,
if you're trying to talk in Discord, I am not hearing you. I said I can hear Moondog and Zig fine, but I'm not able to hear you, and I have you turned all the way up.
Chicago Center, Pacifica 1015, heavy with you. Flight level 280.
Pacifica 1015, heavy. Chicago Center, roger.
so.
I heard you a little bit that time. Hold on a second, let me.
I don't know what is the problem. Might be my. I think it might be my headset actually.
I can actually hear you a lot better than what you was a couple minutes ago.
Yeah, I can hear you better now. I got you turned all the way up.
Boeing
Excuse me for a
012,
minute,
traffic
everyone.
is
Enjoy
4
my
o'clock, 4
blank
miles
screen
at
for a second.
16,000 feet. Engineers report them in sight. Beach 8900, traffic is 10 o'clock, 4 miles at 12,200. Boeing report them in sight. Boeing 012, have the traffic.
90, have the Boeing in sight.
Can you hear me? Come on. Yeah, I think it's better now.
Yeah, I can hear you a little bit. It's kind of staticky. Something else I can do here. Saw a King Air come running up behind me. I thought it was Moondog.
With you. Orbit 90107, Chicago Center, roger.
Can we actually play multiplayer?
Pacifica 1015, heavy. Contact Chicago Center on 118.75.
Going to 118.75. Pacifica 1015, heavy.
What was that, Games? I barely heard that as I came back.
I will be right back, gentlemen.
Chicago Center, Pacifica Port 945.
Are you flying in that much turbulence?
Pacifica Port 945, Chicago Center, roger.
Yeah, bouncy.
Preparing to land.
Yes.
Well, then I'll leave you alone.
Just dropped my gear. I'm coming around the corner for like
Chicago
final.
Center, World Travel
Okay.
8375 with you, flight level 240. World Travel 8375, Chicago
Alright,
Center,
so
roger.
I have in the fleet, everyone's idle. Grand Caravan, let's load that.
trying to figure out how I would know when it picks up the locator. Because I have it tuned in.
On my RNAV, it didn't pick up until I was about 7 miles out. Then I noticed it. It might have been actually sooner than that.
But I'm not sure if I get any sort of indicator or anything of when that happens. You know what I mean?
Right.
I sure wish I could find a video of somebody doing like the ILS landing with this plane, so I just knew where to click and when to click it.
Right. Well, I'm going to set up jobs here, and because I've had quite literally a flawless stream with no...
Hey, you know what? You haven't dropped out at all, have you?
No, I haven't. That's why I'm in some regards I'm going, I better get the heck out of here. Done. So I'm going to get pilots in order so that they can see that, and then that's what I'm going to do.
124.55 for ET900. 119.35. Piper 122.
This. Where are we coming to? Not going that far. Take off.
Boeing 012. Contact Chicago Center on 124.55. Point 124.55. Boeing 012. Pacifica 4945. Contact.
I keep hearing Mr. Games. He's muffled a little bit again.
Chicago Center,
It-
Pacifica 4945.
It almost sounds like he's got a mic
Pacifica
issue
4945, Chicago
or
Center,
a connection
Roger.
issue with it, and I want to help him do well, but I
Chicago
can't hear
Center,
him, so
Boeing 0902020.
I'll watch your chat and see if there's anything I can help
Boeing
him with that way.
090202012, Chicago Center, Roger, altimeter 3004.
Trust us there, Games.
Chicago
We're not
Center.
trying
World
to
travel
ignore you.
8375
We've all quite
with
literally
you.
been
World
there,
travel
and
8375, Chicago
as
Center,
frustrated as you
Roger.
are, we've been just as frustrated, so
I watched Moondog get frustrated just because he's muted his own mic and can't figure out why nobody can hear him.
yeah, that's a good example. It's a very good example. We'll just leave it as that.
Can you hear me now?
Chicago Center.
I heard you that time.
With you, flight level 350.
What?
Pacifica
What was
1077,
wrong with this
Chicago
flight,
Center,
citizen?
Roger.
Oh, I think I'm leaving it that now. No, it should be fine now, I think.
Sounds pretty decent.
Yeah. So yeah, any questions you have, we'll do our very best to answer them.
Good, like FSX right now. kind of complicated.
Yeah, it seems complicated at first, but once the most complicated thing I've found about FSX is getting your controls set up. Once you get those set up, everything else just seems to slowly fall in place.
Yeah, but for me it's hard because I just played
Pacifica 4945, contact Chicago Center on 118.75.
Don't let that frustrate you, because even with that, the controls aren't going to be that difficult. Even after you start learning how to set up the autopilot to control most of it.
So many tutorials, but they're like too much complicated.
Yeah, that's true too. You got to find someone that you can understand, and it's not overcomplicating it. And then also, actually, you should watch all this Zig's stuff, because no, I'm only kidding. It doesn't have much on tutorial yet, but by the time he gets done flying his plane, he will.
I watched so many YouTubers play this, so that's too good at it.
So when I first started playing, first thing that I learned to do was learn how to use the GPS for navigation. So, and the easiest way to do that is when you know where you are and where you want to go. If you go into the flight planner and just plan that flight, just do GPS direct. And then after that, all you have to do is, you know, the biggest thing is learning how to use that GPS. And honestly, it's what, a push of 2 buttons to get that to work, isn't it?
Just about.
And that's you know, on the vanilla stuff. Now on the payware stuff, it gets a little bit more, shall we say, involved. That's why I recommend anybody who's starting off brand new.
Yeah.
It's gonna suck because the plane is slow. Start off with a Cessna Skyhawk. It's slow, but it's stable. It's easy to fly. That's what I started off with. I flew a Cessna Skyhawk on this thing for almost a year before I started flying anything else.
I would recommend some sort of gamepad or something besides the keyboard, because I could not fly to save my life with the keyboard, and I even just used a Xbox gamepad, and that made it way more easier.
Yeah, I have like a PlayStation 4 controller.
That I mean, that'll work in a pinch. Also, you know, if it's something that you get into, a real cheap joystick, something that costs like maybe like $20 or something like that, and you'll be surprised how easy it makes it.
The Logitech I got was $40, and it's pretty awesome for $40, really. But I couldn't fly at all with just the keyboard, and I plugged in my gamepad and just took off flying like it was a piece of cake.
So if you don't mind us asking, where in the world do you hail from?
England.
I'm sorry?
England.
England, I think he said.
England?
World Travel 8375.
We have a few friends from England, so.
Center on 135.6. 135.6. World Travel 8375.
Somehow I ended up having to do another night landing. I thought for sure I was going to land in the morning. This one was a little sketchy. It's like I came down 10 feet off the ground and couldn't get her to hit the ground.
Chicago Center on 123.75.
Struggle so much.
Yeah, when Zig first started flying, he started off. I recommended he started off in the Cessna, and yeah, he found it real. Yeah, he found it easy to fly. He just hated how slow that thing is.
Slow. Well, I was trying to keep up with you guys too.
Right.
So that made it even seem more painfully slow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, watch. If you're looking for somebody who kind of explains things in detail, you know, watch us. You'll get to see how. I mostly use VOR, which is all radio signals to navigate because my plane doesn't have GPS. And you know, so you can learn from me. GPS. Moondog and Zig are really good with their GPSs.
Yeah, I watched so many tutorials that are kind of, they didn't really explain that properly, I don't think.
990, traffic in sight.
I'll put up a good link for you here in just a minute of somebody whose tutorials I watched live at your site.
990, have the traffic.
Alright.
The hardest bit is like taxi, takeoff, land. That's the hardest bit, I think.
But the one thing is, don't be afraid to crash. You're gonna crash.
Yeah, I know.
But the important thing is if you crash, to learn why you crashed, so that way you know you don't do it again. You know, you want to learn from your from your failures as much as you learn from your successes.
Yeah.
You had a positive landing. Oh, that's not bad. Still at 94%. That. That job on.
That off.
Orbit 2037, contact Chicago Center on 119.225.
So the next one I want to go to is
Going
11420.
900.225, orbit 2037.
So when flying to?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. My plane is really loud, plus ATS is jabbering in my ear.
He asked where you were flying to.
Oh, I am flying to Columbia, to an airport in Columbia, Missouri. It's right in between St. Louis and Kansas City.
Don't know what that is.
Midwest of the
ways from
United
you.
States.
Okay.
Literally, you go like another 200 miles to the west, and you're in the dead center of the United States. Yeah, if you go, so none of my videos go back that far, but if you go back and look at Moondogs, you'll actually see us flying from the United States into Canada. Then from Canada, that was a long, what was it, 5.5, 6 hour flight?
7 hours.
7 hour flight from Canada to Cork in Ireland, and then we did a bunch of little hops. Was it from Ireland to
Birmingham, and
no Ireland to
Cork to up to
Was it
Dublin.
Dublin? Maybe it's Dublin.
Scotland. No, Glasgow.
Glasgow. And then from Glasgow to Birmingham.
Birmingham.
And then we flew from Birmingham to Rotterdam.
Yeah.
And we do plan on picking that series up again. It's just we've been working on air hauler kind of hard.
Orbit
I'll
9045, Chicago
try to
Center,
stream this
roger.
from on YouTube.
So, Moondog, did you ever figure out how you turn the voice of the ATC off so that way it just pops up as text?
Yeah, you put it on the other monitor.
I got so many.
seriously, that's what.
I got so many things on that monitor now. I'm having a hard time keeping track.
No, the sound, I bumped it because it's, TV. Somehow I had it going to that TV, and that volume was turned down so low that I could hardly hear it. And then I did something where then I had Discord coming through it, and I couldn't hear through it that way. And I'm like, okay, I had to completely shut everything down and restart everything up. That's the disadvantage of having a TV as a monitor, because you can do stuff like that. Who mentioned that I'd had a flawless stream up until then, and then it just died?
It did.
I just wanted to finish getting an air hauler. An air hauler isn't even set up yet, so.
So yeah, and then the other plane that you might want to check out too is the Beechcraft, the Baron. It's fast, but it's fairly easy to fly.
All right. Well, thanks to everybody who tuned into my stream tonight. I'm going to end it there. I got my mail delivered, cleared that job off the board for my Slacker pilot. And thanks to Moondog and Draco for hanging out tonight and flying. And see you guys next time.
See ya.
See ya.
Orbit 9045, turn left heading 120. Turn left
I'm not
heading
done, but I'm not
120.
streaming.
Orbit 9045.
I'm not even to start it up just to tell everyone that I left.
So what? I'm the only one streaming.
You're the only one streaming. Yeah.
Then why do I only have 2 viewers?
Because I just had to shut everything down. And actually, I am one of your viewers. Mr. Games and I are viewing, even though your playback is created in error, but that's because it's on my end.
I would say, what's going on with my stream?
No, not a thing. It's on my end, but I lost everything.
It's buffering.
No, it was actually because the computer died so badly, I had no internet at all. That's part of the issue. It overtaxes where the motherboard actually connects to the internet, and that's what dies. It's not the processor. It's feeding too much information. It can't handle it. The new PC will.
Well, keep in mind also too. I know YouTube's been having an issue with their live streaming. So if I ever start buffering, just while you're watching a live stream, just hit refresh. It's a known issue that they've been working on, and apparently they fixed the first reason why YouTube would start buffering for no reason during live streams, and in fixing that, they caused another issue.
Boeing 012, contact Chicago Center on 135.6.
If you check out that link I posted in Discord, that guy has really, really good tutorials. I watched a bunch of them, or most of them, to learn how to fly.
I should have turned that off a while ago.
He
Chicago
explains
Center,
things in
Boeing
a way that are easy to understand.
With you. Boeing 09202012, Chicago Center, roger. Altimeter 3003.
Alright, we're going to do an outside view. There's really nothing going on inside to look at.
Chicago Center, Mooney, November 165.
Well, my flight was so uneventful that it was even boring outside.
November 1658, Charlie. Chicago Center, roger.
I need to make a lot more money so I can get these guys doing better paying jobs that haul more cargo.
Yep, basically what all I've been, I think I found the key to it instead of the factories and stuff like that, which I'm still not 100% sure on how those are supposed to work. Like I said, I've just been finding commodities, loading up as much as I can afford, flying them to the best paying place and dropping them off.
Well, that's why I said it's I gave you full credit. It's the Draco Shuffle.
I mean, literally, you'll make anywhere from 100 to 200,000 per trip,
Or 4 to 5, because that's what I did.
or 4 to 5 or more.
Yeah. Where are you guys at? You guys are at Kansas. Oh, they're down in Waco, Texas. Why are they down there by Waco, Texas?
I see what you're saying, because like I could pick up perfume here, fly it to Wichita, and make plus 63.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's $63. That's $63 per pound.
Chicago
Right.
Center,
Yeah, right.
3610 with you.
Well,
Flight
wait.
level 330. Orbit
Just a little bit
3610,
south there.
Chicago
Tulsa,
Center,
and
Roger.
it's plus 79. I better write that down. KT. I'm on there right now.
Okay, I gotta adjust my head in a little bit.
278.
So don't get your hopes up, guys. I'm not going to be doing any barrel rolls or loops in this in this plane
Oh,
tonight.
what? That's why I came back to watch was. Okay.
If you want to see that, go watch the last video I did.
The test stream.
Yep. I left it up just to see what kind of views I'd get on it, and you know if anybody actually liked it.
So all
Orbit
of them.
3610, contact Chicago Center on 124.55.
Yeah, Mr. Games, if you want to see a plane do something that it should not be able to do,
Pacifica 8503, contact Chicago Center on 118.75.
because in all reality,
77.
I should
Doing a
have
barrel roll now.
ripped the wings off that thing, off this thing.
Boeing 010,
Oh, yeah.
contact Kansas City Center on 127.275.
Even though they probably do stress test those in it being able to, you shouldn't do that.
Well, considering when I came out of that last loop, I was pointed straight down doing 400 knots.
Yeah, no. Wings might come off.
Boeing 090202012 with you at 12,200. Boeing 090202012
Here's my slight issue.
Kansas City
It's not even
Center,
a big
Roger.
issue.
Altimeter 3003.
Go ahead.
Do you have X-Plane 10 and X-Plane 11?
No.
No, I have an older version of X-Plane. It's the disc version. I don't even know where it is. And I bought both of them at the same time. I've always kind of stuck with FSX. Now, I will tell you it's kind of controversial, but a lot of people are starting to lean more towards Flight Sim World by Dovetail. Dovetail actually bought FSX from Microsoft, and they kind of updated it for Steam to make it run a little better. But they've created their own game now. The guts of it are still FSX. You can tell just by the sounds. But what's cool about that is that they've added things that normally you'd have to pay to add on for FSX. So things like Orbix scenery is already in there. A2A modeled the planes for them. So, and I think it's only like, I'd have to look it up, but I think it's only like $30.
Yeah, Orbix scenes are kind of expensive to be honest.
World Travel 856 contact Kansas City Center on 135.525. 135.525. World Travel 8563.
You know, I have the ATC going because it adds a little bit of realism, but I can't imagine they chatter this much.
I don't know how to use the ATC, what comes to the 1-3.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
I said, I don't know how to use the ATC. Maybe because I don't know what to do to tell them.
It'll pop up with suggestion what you should be telling them, and it's it's.
You could say wrong stuff in it, so you can do it wrong.
Yeah, and there's actually two ways to bring it up. You can either hit your screen lock on your keyboard, or you can hit the little tilt key that's above the tab on the left-hand side next to the one key. But then again, I think Roy uses Roy's from England. He uses a different type of keyboard, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
That's more common over there. That's more common in Europe than it is in the United States. So I could be telling you completely wrong if you have a different keyboard.
Yeah, I'll probably have the UK one.
So I'll use my favorite go-to. Your mileage may vary.
So do you watch some other YouTubers play FX or like playing bots and do 3D?
I do. That's how I kind of pick up on things and what new things are coming out, and you know, because you know, even though I've been playing this for a long time, I still don't know everything about this game.
Yeah.
So I watch a lot of different YouTubers.
Same.
H8900, contact Kansas City Center on 135.525.
Now there's one guy that plays FSX a lot. His name's UK Jim, and he's really good. And you know, he'll show you how to do things from time to time, especially if it's like a new plane or something that he thinks people haven't seen before.
Yeah. So do you know what's his YouTube name?
UK Jim.
He does have a YouTube channel. He does, but he mostly does streams on Twitch.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I think it's the hardest bit is like flying. Or what else is there? Handballs. That's probably the hardest bit is flying things.
You know, and it's absolutely right what they said about this plane. No two flights are the same with this plane. Because last night when I was flying, engine 4 was running higher. It was running rough, and the torque pressure was real high. There was nothing I could do about it. Tonight, they're all running pretty much within like a point of each other, or a couple psi of each other. Yeah, so if you're watching and I'm making you dizzy because I'm looking around a lot, there's just a lot to monitor.
I know.
I'm gonna close these cowl flaps a little bit more. Oh, not that much.
No, do it a little bit more than that. It'll be fine.
So which one is the easiest plane to fly then?
Sorry, what was that?
Which is the easiest plane to fly?
Boeing 012, contact Kansas City Center on 135.525.
The Skyhawks, the least complicated.
135.525 for Boeing 012.
Barron's a little bit more, but not that much more.
Or if you're just looking for a plane to just get up in the air and learn the basics of flying without having to worry too much about navigating, the Piper Cub. There's no real navigation in that, so you kind of want to stick close to the airport that you took off at, so that way you don't end up just flying around aimlessly looking for someplace to land. And then once you get like your takeoffs and your landings downright, you know, then you can do, you know, the Cessna or something like that, where there's where you can do like VOR or GPS navigating.
Yeah, but I don't know how to use GA and GPS.
And I believe you said that you went through like the tutorials and stuff in FSX.
But the YouTube art is so complicated.
Well, there's actual tutorials in FSX that'll teach you how to do navigating and things like that.
I should do that.
Yeah, so I recommend people, you know, especially if they've never done it before and they just can't find, you know, some good videos on YouTube. You know,
Yeah.
just do those.
They'll teach you
Oh, you mean
quite
like-
literally everything on how to fly. They even have the keyboards, how to use the keyboard to fly too.
Right.
Do you mean like missions?
Well, there's
No,
there's missions and then there's tutorials. Tutorials are in the learning center.
Only a learning center. Lessons.
That's what you should have done, Zig.
I probably should have. I watched that other guy though. This might have been better.
Ask me how many of the ones I've done.
Yeah, how many?
One. Taking off one.
Ask me how many I've done. None.
Well, there's actually a lot of tutorials in here.
I'm gonna turn a little bit more this way now. Alright, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and start to descend a little bit. Head off.
Why would you do that? You don't need to descend yet.
I'm just gonna stair step down. I'm at 12,000 feet. Why wait till the last minute? I'm only going to Columbia.
I don't know. That's not what Zig or I would do. We would both wait for like the very last second before we go, oh, I need to land there.
That's only when we're busy talking.
So yeah, anybody who watches this in the future, thanks for sticking around this long. I know the beginning of it was a complete and total train wreck, but
It was exciting train wreck. It was an exciting train wreck. Don't look at me like that.
have you ever seen a boring train wreck?
No, not really.
Come on, people flying. If I fail, then I fail.
It's not like you've actually crashed the plane.
It's just a video game.
Yeah. I don't know what page I'm playing. Maybe Boeing or Airbus.
I mean, hell, I actually crashed this plane. Remember when we took off from that little airport and
You landing there was funny.
landing there was terrifying. Taking off though, I remember I blew the engine on takeoff and
World
Yeah,
Travel
that's true.
69er,
went barreling through the trees.
contact Kansas City. center on 127.275.
It's also the same one that you took off from and you decided to continue flying with it like a wounded duck.
And I still beat you.
I also crashed halfway through it.
November 6,
But I crashed the computer, not the plane.
Copy IFR clearance to Echo 8, Niner.
Each November 6 Niner 50 Delta is cleared to Echo 8 Niner airport as filed. Climb and maintain 8,000. Departure frequency is 135.525. Squawk 0507. Clearance void 30 minutes from now.
Each November 6, Niner 50 Delta.
What's going on in your ship?
Niner
Because you know
airport
what?
is filed. Climb and maintain.
I've got to wait a couple minutes before passengers even get to the plane.
525, squawk 0507. Clearance port 30 minutes
See,
now.
suggested
Each 50
videos
Delta.
watching
Readback is
yours.
correct.
Farm
Kansas
Center.
City Center, Mooney, November 2 Check
Farm
11 Sierra, with you. Mooney, November 2 11 Sierra, Kansas City Center.
Anything goes
Roger.
flash mob. What have you been watching? There's. Oh, wait a minute. Might be me.
I have no idea what you're talking about. What's a flash mob?
Five things American tourists shouldn't wear in Europe.
Mall 18 Golf.
There you go. Maybe even you should watch this one. Engine failure after takeoff.
I know what to do. Bend over, put your head between your knees, and kiss your butt goodbye.
Looks like it's the Boeing 737 that's, or the Bombardier, what is it, CJ 700?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Kansas City Center, Bombardier, November 7813, Quebec, with Bombardier, November 7813, Quebec, Kansas City Center, Roger.
Alright, so I see you flying around. Are you close to your,
I'm getting there.
in there?
I'm just now crossing the Mississippi.
Okay. Because I can carry 8 passengers. I have it all as first class seating. And I've only got 6 passengers.
How many can you carry?
8. But if I drop the price and keep first class,
Yeah.
it ends up being less than what I'm making now. So I just leave it as first class. 7,200 to fly back with the passengers is better than nothing.
See, me when I did that with the Baron, I went all economy. I figured who in the hell's gonna want to try to pay like $1,000 to fly first class, and they get a bag of peanuts that gets chucked to the back of them from the pilot.
Well, we're not on Zig's flight.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't even take people, man. Just some animals, maybe. Sheep.
No, I'm not from this.
We got purple right now.
Now, when I get back to KSUS, I'm gonna switch to where I'm carrying passengers again, so that way anytime I pick up commodities, I'll just load up people too and take them along with me. Might as well make double money.
Can you do that on that?
Yeah.
I thought you had to set your plane up to be either or.
You can, but you can still load cargo, and if you got a cargo hold, and I can carry 16,000 pounds of cargo in my cargo hold.
Gotcha.
You can carry about 200.
Well, in the plane you're flying now, but in that DC-6, I bet you can carry more, because DC-6 is basically my plane, just I think the wingspan's a little smaller.
I think it is.
But I don't
so
know.
much. It's a little smaller.
But the DC-6, it wasn't made by Boeing, was it?
No, it's Douglas
McDonnell Douglas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Donald Douglas. But weren't they bought out by Boeing eventually? Or was that Lockheed?
That was Lockheed. And it's just Douglas at that point. It becomes without Douglas Limited, they bought into Douglas Aircraft. So we're all set that way.
Kansas City Center, H November 6, 950 Delta is at 1,300, climbing 8,000.
H November 6, 950 Delta, Kansas City Center, roger. Altimeter 300.
Oh, don't get me wrong, I really like your DC-6, but I'm in love with this plane.
Proceed on course.
No, I agree. We have slightly different preference.
Right heading
And to be honest, I'm thinking of trying to find a little more modern
H50 Delta.
craft, but I do like it. I can't get anything more modern. I was talking about that with Zig earlier. He goes, well, what plane were you thinking of getting? And my answer was a 747. Just laughed at that. He thought it was funny.
I don't know. I mean, I like modern planes have a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Luxuries that the older planes don't. But with that being said, though, you know, sometimes you lose. I feel like you lose a little something when it's too computerized.
Yeah. I see your point.
Kansas City Center, H Charlie Golf Hotel Mike Golf with you. H Charlie Golf Hotel Mike Golf, Kansas City Center, roger.
Alright, come on people, you gotta get out here because the power is draining on this thing. I gotta have the lights on for you to see to get on, but
Why don't you turn on your APU?
I don't have one in this thing. Doesn't have a hookup to an external. And they don't like you to have the prop running even on the opposite side as they walk up.
Contact ensues approach on
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, you know, it's kind of bad for business if people fall in and get turned into a hamburger.
But if it's on the other side of the plane,
I love hamburger. Wait, what? What are we talking about? I wasn't paying attention. I'm texting.
Approach, Boeing
I want to sell some perfume in Tulsa and make them mint.
9,200.
Let's see how it works out.
902.020.12, this is approach, roger. Altimeter
Hope I got the
3003.
time right. It's still dark. I set it to 5 a.m.
but did you set it to 5 a.m. UTC?
I don't know. Stop with your UTC and Zulu and GMT.
And ABC. And
This is America, damn it.
Haven't you figured out from hanging out with David and Stu and that, what's that other guy? Oh yeah, Kevlar Roy. Enough that, you know. Good. Okay, 1 minute. Get on the plane. Come on, hurry up.
where the hell is this airport? Why can I not contact it?
It's on the ground.
Alright, you're about to get timed out.
Hey, they didn't put anything in your chat.
Well, I can't time you out any other way.
Why would you?
I don't know. Let's just say for science.
For science?
Oh, there's Festus.
Heck yeah.
Mizzou approach. Piper November 34648 with you.
Piper November 34648, Mizzou approach. Roger. Altimeter 3004.
I'll start. Whenever that's working. 8 minutes until I think. Don't worry, we're calling now. You have a runway headed south and you have me taken off headed north. And the wind is from the west. What the
Mexico Memorial? Really?
That just sounds funny.
Columbia Regional, there it is.
Columbia Tower, Boeing 09202012 is 24 miles northeast with Bravo to land.
Boeing 09202012 Columbia Tower. Flight right traffic, runway 2, altimeter 3003.
Alpha 2.
Make right traffic, runway 2. Boeing 012.
I see how you want me to get over there now.
I'll be right back, guys.
Yep.
Yep.
Alright, since I'm not familiar, I'm gonna ask
Columbia
where exactly
Tower,
it is.
Boeing 09202012 is unfamiliar with the area. Request directions to the airport.
Boeing 012 airport is 11 o'clock, 19 miles.
O'clock, 19 miles out.
Columbia Tower, Boeing 09202012 is unfamiliar with the area. Request directions to the airport.
Boeing 012 airport is 12 o'clock, 15 miles.
Here? A little bit too much there.
This is not a Formula One car. I shouldn't be running around the taxiways this fast.
You think?
Yeah, but then again, this fast is less than 20 knots. So it's not even registering.
But 20 knots, I think, is still something like 30, 40 miles an hour.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what it is because it's not even registering. But it still felt too quick, so I shouldn't have been going that quick.
Oh, you're still flying, right?
I am. I'm getting ready to land here pretty soon.
I'm in my X-plane right now. FSX, too much. This camera is so good. It's cool how they have easy. What is it called? Easy breakfast. Which is getting into got a couple of passports moving back with the mom. And I have no, what do you call it?
Oh, not that far. Goes up.
Oh, that's how you set up now.
Trim this out a little bit more.
You can ignore that notice there, Draco.
Why are you? You're not streaming?
It was just an exit
Oh.
because it needed to be wrapped up. You know?
Right. So after I end, when I land here, I'm going to end the stream, and then there's a couple things I kind of want to go over with you.
Yep.
There's still a few things I need help with that you can do better than I can.
Yep. Is that landing a plane? Kidding. I'm kidding.
Time out.
Stop.
Go sit in your corner.
I don't have a corner. They're all my corner. That just sounded weird. Alright, well, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take off here. But I'm gonna take off Discord and you'll know where to find me.
Yep.
You know? So, right, at least I'm leaving here. You'll know where to find me.
Okay.
I'll catch you later, Mr. Games.
Yeah. I'm
Boeing
just
012 cleared to land, runway 2.
She's gonna want to take me.
Boeing 012, please acknowledge.
Cleared to land, runway 2. Boeing 012.
I'm just
One thing I'm not a fan of with this plane, it floats when it's light on fuel.
yeah. So which one is the easiest plane to fly in the text?
The Cessna is actually really easy to fly.
500.
I'm never going to practice like Airbus or Boeing. Not too that complicated, I think.
Yeah, the Cessna is really not complicated at all.
Minimums.
Is it default like in the game, or you have to get it?
No, the Cessna comes default. It's the Cessna Skyhawk, the 172.
100. 40. 30. 20.
Boeing 012, contact ground on 121.6.
That didn't work out at all.
Boeing 012, you copy.
One 1.6 for Boeing 012.
Most important thing to remember is you do not don't rush a landing, like I just did, because it never ends well.
所以 you mean Douglas DC 服务的 yeah. Which one was it?
Which plane were you saying?
I don't know, try to like learn basics and learn how to fly some easy and all that.
Yeah, the 172 or the Piper Cub are going to be your best options for learning basics.
Piper G3 classic yellow, that one. You're flying in an older plane, are you?
Yeah, it's an older plane. This was built late 40s, early 50s.
Yeah. I'm flying manual.
I'm sorry?
You flying with autopilot?
Autopilot? When it's the cruise, when I'm cruising, yeah, but, with climb when I'm ascending, but when I'm getting ready to land or I'm taking off, it's pretty good. I fly it by hand.
I reckon I would struggle. Or I could stay up it, man.
500.
There's a nasty crosswind over here.
Yeah. Yeah, you move like so.
$100. 50, 40, 30, 20.
It's just gonna land wherever the hell I want it to land. Close enough for government work.
Is it actually wind?
What's that?
Oh. Mm.
Gone. Unload all that. Yes. Close that. Done. Okay, so that was a very strange and eventful flight. If everybody liked what they saw here, go ahead and make sure you hit that like and subscribe button so you can see more. Though I don't know why you would like what you just saw there, because that was horrible. And I will catch you all on the next stream. So once again, I'd like to say thank you to Mr. Moondog and Zigzaggy for flying with me today, and Mr. Games for joining us in Discord. And I will catch you all next time. See you later.